clock! Once again, ready yourselves, because just a few days following our first victory in nearly 2 months, the Blues come up against a German side in immense form, but with the scoreline sitting at just 1-0 on aggregate, it's absolutely all to play for, and the Chelsea side will be looking to capitalise on that winning feeling. As always, please do smash the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content on the channel. And it could go either way, so it could be a happy review after this. It could be a bit of an opposite side review. But regardless, a victory for Chelsea is a sight for sore eyes around these parts. But for our opponents, that is all they appear to be getting these days. 10 victories back to back now in all competitions, going back as far as November of last year, the 11th of November to be precise. The Germans have scored 25 times in that space of time, 10 games, conceding just 8. In comparison, since Dortmund's last defeat, Chelsea have suffered 7 defeats, winning just 3 while scoring 7 in that time, but conceding 14. That is 7 goals in 14 games and as many conceded as we've played. So we've suffered 7 losses and only scored 7 goals whilst conceding 14 goals in our last 14 games. A tongue twister. You'll work it out. I did eventually in a game where 2 goals without reply from our opponents is the bare minimum required to secure a place in the quarterfinals. It's going to take some doing. Graham Potter in today's press conference, as ever, didn't give much in the way of confidence, saying that it's always nice to win and that everyone is happier when we do, which obviously, come on. He's just stating the flipping obvious at this point, which immediately coming into a game of this magnitude is a sign, I think, a little bit of weakness or a doubt of some sort, in my opinion, indicating that we are not used to winning. Of course we're not used to winning, but at the end of the day, again, we won the Champions League 2 seasons ago, albeit not under this geezer, but still. That we're not used to winning anymore and that everyone is happier when we do. It's not about being happy, Graham. It's not, about being happy or it being nice to win. It's a game. It's a sport. It's a job at the end of the day. The expectation is that we win. We're a team of this calibre. Do you think Dortmund go out after their 9th, 10th game in a row that they've won thinking, oh, it'd be nice to win this game, It would put a smile on my face. Not just the fans, but it would put a smile on my face if we won here today. That's not the only thing. It just seems crazy, like this sort of like, well, if we win, we win. But, it would make me happy if we did. But if we don't, like he says, he goes on to say, we also know we have a big challenge ahead of us. Like, okay, I get that. Which, again, he's also prematurely admitting, hey, just so you're ready, based on our previous form, don't expect anything crazy here. And albeit, he does go on to say that the focus is on getting the win. Again, obviously, Graham, obviously. It's, again, not giving me a lot of confidence hearing our manager speak in a sense of we'll give it everything, the players will give it everything. But at the moment, that seems to be have said so many times now that the saying so-and-so or myself have given everything, it's redundant now. It doesn't hold any value when you say that, because you said that they've given everything in the past and we've lost and drawn countless games. He also said that he feels that the bridge will be rocking. This one's good. He feels that the bridge will be rocking and that whilst he has faced criticism in the past from some fans, he feels that the last game, that there was a good atmosphere and that that there seems to have been positive support. Yes! Of course! We won a game for the first time in fuck knows how long. Of course it's going to be positive. Team news. Reece James and Christian, can you tell I'm nervous for this game? Reece James and Christian Pulisic could return, but both will face last-minute decisions, which never bodes well. Thiago Silva remains injured and Mason Mount is suspended after being booked in Germany. And N'Golo Conte was the topic of conversation in today's press conference once again, but is still not ready to return. Nearly 6 months, or just over 6 months now, since we last saw him play. For now, at least, it's less about Potter. I know I've just banged on about him, but in terms of the game on the day, it's less about Potter and more about the team just progressing. That's the focus. The fact of the matter is, tomorrow night, from the moment the fans walk into their seats or walk to their seats, there can be no manager agendas, no player agendas, nothing like that. The atmosphere has to be crisp. It has to be good. It has to be positive. Whether you want Potter in or out for this game, that goes away. What we need is to win. And everyone at the bridge needs to get behind him. It's as simple as that. It is as simple as that. For this game, if he loses, off he goes. If he wins, we start to rebuild something. Predictions-wise, whilst I do and will always have a level of blind faith in this team, I do think that the atmosphere will play a massive part on this game. And as soon as anything goes wrong, if anything goes wrong, it's when you'll start to see the decline, which is why it needs to stay level or up here the entirety of the game. That said, I am going to go with a 1-1 on the night and a 2-1 on aggregate. Again, it could go any way. It's so unpredictable. Whilst I think the atmosphere will be good at first, either an early goal for them or a late equaliser for them will have a severe effect and a dump on the atmosphere, the adrenaline around the ground. And given how poor we are in front of goal, 2 goals without a reply from Borussia Dortmund is going to take some doing. It really is. It really is. Unless Dortmund have an absolute stinker, I think it's not looking hopeful. But that said, Chelsea love a game against all the odds on the Champions League stage. We've been looking for some slither of luck these days. And if it can come tomorrow in the form of a fortunate goal, I will take that, please. That's all I'm asking for. It's just a slither of luck. We have none so far. With that said, get your predictions down below. As always, please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification to get notified of any future content on the channel. And I'll see you tomorrow or tonight for the watch along over on Chelsea Fan TV. My name is Harry. Up the Chelsea, and peace.